I'm not afraid to admit it. I love smart guys. Guys I could sit down with and just learn a lot about the world from. And even better, I love smart linebackers. The quarterback of the defense, like Luke Kuechly, being able to call out a play before the ball's even snapped, shifting to that side of the field, knowing what's going to happen. It's awesome. And in the 2026 NFL Draft, there's one player who does that to a T. No, it's not Sonny Styles. No, it's not Anthony Hill Jr. It's Texas A&M linebacker Taurean York. Taurean York was a 3-star recruit out of Texas and would originally commit to Baylor, and just 10 months later, he decommitted from the school and went on to commit to Texas A&M, where he would start every game in the 3 seasons he played for the Aggies, garnering 229 total tackles, 22.5 of those being for loss, 6.5 sacks, and an interception. He was on the SEC All-Freshman team in 2023 and was a captain this past season. York is projected to be selected in the 4th round of the 2026 NFL Draft. While that is fair, given his size and college production, I think he can outplay that projection. York has an insane football IQ. He can sniff out any play pre-snap and truly is the quarterback and leader of that defense. Look how quickly he sniffs out this play. Auburn's going to have a receiver in motion here, and at the snap, the running back and receiver both go out to the right, maybe faking a swing pass or some sort of screen to that side, but the QB's eyes are downfield. As this is all happening, York shifts over to the right at the snap, but locks in on the tight end. The only tell here would be the center, faking the double team, and he just starts to get away from it. But York is already on his way to the tight end before he even goes out for the screen. Taurean bolts in and takes him down for a 3-yard loss. It's like he shot out of a cannon, the way he just bursts to make a play the second he figures out what is coming. Taurean is not just fast in dissecting an offense, he's also fast on the field running, as he ran a 4.53 40-yard dash at his pro day, which would have been tied for 4th among all linebackers at the combine, where he did not run a 40. His mind and body worked so well together, giving amazing reaction speed to a play like we just saw and like we will see here. He starts this play lined up over the center, watches twitch as the ball is snapped, reacts way too fast to the blocking scheme. It's almost impossible. He does an amazing job getting away from the guard and getting to the edge, where he meets the ball carrier, and WWE throws him down. Amazing play, able to recognize the run, beat everybody to the edge, and made the play along the sideline. He knows how to recognize blocking schemes at a top-tier rate, reading the blocks and ending up in the gap the running back's trying to go. I don't even know how much film this guy watches, and I don't want to know because it's probably scary. And guys, before I continue, if you'd like to play the higher or lower on your favorite players' projections, there's no better place to do it than on Underdog because it is the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on 2 to 8 of your favorite players' projections, and you can win up to 5,000 times your money, and that's just on top of all the promos they have every day. Better yet, when you sign up with code JOEFB, that's JOEFB, and play your first $5, get $50 in bonus fantasy entries and a gimme pick. That's also on top of the deposit match they have up to $1,000. Again, that is code JOEFB for $50 and a gimme pick when you play your first $5. His reaction time and how good of a tackler he is just insane to me. He wraps them up and brings them down with no effort, and it's surprising to me that he can tackle so well because of his size. York is only 5'11", 226 pounds, which are 3rd and 8th percentile among all linebackers, and his arm length and hand size are both in the 1st percentile. Despite that, he can stack blockers and play the run at an above average level, like on this play against Notre Dame. He knows 2 things about this play once the ball is snapped. The blocking scheme looks like it's supposed to be for a run up the middle, as everyone's plugged up or doubled, and a gaping hole is up the middle, but the guard whiffs on his block, as he was most likely going to go to the 2nd level and block the other linebacker after faking the double team, so he sets the edge and waits for the play to develop to the left side, where running back Jadarian Price has to cut, and this is what I'm talking about with stacking the blocker. He engages with the tight end, but he long arms him. It's hard to believe with his T-Rex arms, I know, but he does, and I know that's a huge conversation nowadays. By extending his arm into the chest and creating separation from the block, and he just takes down Price. His instincts are truly impeccable. He knows what's coming next, knows his own and his own teammates' responsibilities, like how they had the linebacker up the middle there, so the running back had to cut outside, and has the ability to make an impact on every down. The big reason he's able to do this is because of his size. He's able to win the leverage battle naturally against bigger offensive linemen. Against Texas, he engages with the center and extends his arms fully, stacking him, giving him the advantage on this rep. He never lets the center get fully engaged, keeping the outside leverage and watching the running back. He gets through the hole and takes him down to the sideline. This is a great rep, just beating the much bigger center and getting a stop when he should have been at a disadvantage here but throughout the rep, he just kept the leverage battle going. York has developed in his coverage ability over his 3 seasons with the Aggies. This past season, he finished 4th in the nation with a career-high 90.8 PFF coverage grade, and is especially great at reading the quarterback's eyes and playing the ball that way, like on this play. Before it starts, I want to talk about what a lot of DCs are doing nowadays. They love mugged up looks. I talked about how Zach Kerr was doing it in the playoffs, but it's not just him. Everyone's mugging up the line of scrimmage when their linebackers drop into coverage, and that's a difficult assignment. You're immediately flipping your hips and shuffling back as fast as possible to drop to a deeper coverage, and York can do this. Off the snap, he's dropping into a mid-hook zone, but the quarterback is scrambling right from the jump on a designed rollout, so he follows. He's hawking down the eyes of that quarterback and sees him point to his receiver, looks back and finds the intended target, and he breaks up the pass on what could have, and honestly should have, been an interception. A lot of times where a guy will catch it in the flat, but he'll stop them after a 1 to 3 yard gain, which I would claim is solid coverage as well. He won't be able to cover tight ends consistently at the NFL level, but I think he comes in as a will, most likely covering running backs in man and roaming around the field in zone coverage, or just being a QB spy at times, which he was with the Aggies and made a lot of great pressures for them. He's versatile, but his size limits him. I think in a dime package, he could play the Mike linebacker. Given that it'll be a passing down, defense is getting smaller and there's more coverage. One thing I've noticed when Taurean York is playing coverage that is clearly his football IQ coming out is his ability to sniff out screens like the first play I showed. Overall, he's just amazing at recognizing the play and taking the right pursuit angle to get there, especially on those screens, jet sweeps, and outside runs. His explosiveness also helps him get to those spots. Just watch this rep if you want another example of how smart he is and how great his ability to stop these type of plays is. Before the ball is even snapped on this play, he's already shifting over and staring at the receiver intended to get the ball. Like, come on. How do you know this? Malachi Toney gets the ball, and the millisecond he does, York is there waiting for him to take him down. I don't even know how he could have known this was a screen. There are maybe a couple tells. It was 3rd down for Miami, and the Aggies were showing blitz. So maybe he knew they were going to Toney on a screen. Maybe that was a tendency for them. I'm obviously not watching the film like Taurean York is, but either way, it's just so rare to find a guy who can do this on any given down in any situation, watches the film and knows exactly what's coming given the down and distance and what his defense is showing. It's truly impeccable. And although I've been talking about why we should all believe in York, he does have his limitations, of course. His size and agility are real problems. Both of his agility drills at the combine, the 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle, were below the 20th percentile, and truly I worry about his ability to cover bigger or quicker players in the slot in the passing game, as well as dealing with NFL-sized linemen and tight ends in the running game. But this is a guy who was calling out plays for his defense, a leader on that side of the ball, and that type of IQ is valuable anywhere. It just depends on if you think he can have a Drake Thomas, Nakobe Dean, or Ivan Pace type of career, being able to overcome the size issues and produce. There are some teams I can see taking shot at him in the 4th-ish round, and they are the Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens, New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Dolphins, and Buffalo Bills. All of these teams could use linebacker depth, especially a smart young guy who could develop under the veterans on the roster, because you can't teach what York has: pure leadership, IQ, and explosiveness going towards the ball. For what teams I like the most out of those, I love the Cowboys and Ravens for him. The Ravens just got a new defensive head coach in Jesse Minter, and I think York will fit well into that scheme and be a good guy to develop under Roquan Smith. As for the Cowboys, they just need linebacker depth horribly. But all of those teams know, based on whether their roster has it right now or not, it's hard to find a guy who always seems to be around the ball carrier no matter what and knows exactly what is coming next. But it is easy to talk yourself out of York. Unless you're a short king like me, then you feel sort of attachment to him, you know? If you want a guy who can blitz, cover in certain spots, and dissect offenses at an elite level, you draft Taurean York, because I think he's the most underrated linebacker in this class, a coach on the field type of player, and a team is going to get a steal when they pick him on day 3.